In today's breaking story, an Epstein survivor just revealed chilling details of Donald Trump and Epstein's brothel. That's right, this is every reason for America to be alarmed. How's it going, everybody? Hunter Avalone here with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, the Epstein scandal is once again heating up, and Donald Trump is panicking. As we've been covering, Trump is even trying to pressure other Republicans not to release the files.
I'm here with Congressman Robert Garcia, the leading Democrat on the House Oversight Committee. We just left the press conference with Epstein survivors. Congressman, what do people need to know right now in this moment?
Look, right now, Donald Trump and Pam Bondi have the power to release all the files, and they're choosing not to do so. Everything that they've sent out so far, over 97% of what they've already put out was already available to the public. And so they've put out nothing new. But this is a huge cover-up. These women, at the time, many of them were girls, are experiencing horrific trauma. They're telling us right now to release all the files. They're telling the president and Republicans to sign on to this petition, this discharge petition, to get the files all released. But Republicans are refusing to do so. So why are we involved in this cover-up? What is Donald Trump hiding? It's important for people to remember that the Attorney General has told Donald Trump that he's in the files. We know this has been widely reported. We need to know where he's in the files, what the information says, and who was involved in this horrific trafficking of young girls. There's a lot of connections that go back to Florida, that go back to Palm Beach, that go to this trafficking ring of young girls. That's what we need to investigate and ensure that we do everything we can to protect future people and women from being trafficked, but also to get justice for these people.
Now, is it true that the White House is conducting a pressure campaign right now to prevent Republicans from signing on to this discharge petition?
I know for a fact the White House is calling Republican members right now, telling them not to sign the petition. Wow. And so again, there is an active cover-up happening right now by the White House.
Congressman, thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
And now an Epstein survivor has spoken out, and she has revealed chilling details of Donald Trump and Epstein's brothel. Her entire speech is around 4 minutes long. I'm going to show you the entire clip because on this channel, we believe that victims should have their voice heard. Take a look at today's top story.
Hello, my name is Shantae Davies, and I'm here before you today as a survivor of decades of pain, trauma, and betrayal at the hands of Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, and the people who enabled them, and a government that for far too long refused to help. In 2002, I was living in California, a young woman with high aspirations of becoming an actress. I was already beginning to make a name for myself in the industry. A person I trusted, someone I thought was a friend, invited me to meet a powerful woman who could help advance my career. That woman happened to be Ghislaine Maxwell. I was asked to give her a massage, though I had almost no experience, and when I did, she praised me and promised introductions to someone enormously powerful, someone who could change the course of my life, and that man was Jeffrey Epstein. At first, I was an excited young woman on top of the world. Epstein flew me to his private island. He listened to my dreams, promised to help, but his promises came with a catch. The abuse began. He told me to keep it secret. He manipulated me with quid pro quo I did not consent to, but I felt I had no one to turn to. He was too powerful. I was just one of the many young women trapped in his orbit. I was even taken on a trip to Africa with former President Bill Clinton and other notable figures. In those moments, I realized how powerless I was. If I spoke out, who would believe me? Who would protect me? Epstein himself was the most powerful leader of our country. Epstein surrounded himself, with the most powerful leaders of our country and the world. He abused not only me, but countless others, and everyone seemed to look away. The truth is, Epstein had a free pass. He bragged about his powerful friends, including our current president, Donald Trump. It was his biggest brag, actually. And while what I endured will haunt me forever, I live every day with PTSD. I live as a mother trying to raise my child while distrusting a world that has betrayed me. This kind of trauma never leaves you. It breaks families apart. It shapes the way we see everyone around us. But one thing is certain, unless we learn from this history, monsters like Epstein will rise again. There are files, government files, that hold the truth about Epstein, who he knew, who owed him, who protected him, and why he was allowed to operate for so long without consequence. Why was Maxwell the only one held accountable when so many others played a role? Why does the government hide this information from the public? This secrecy is not protection, it's complicity. And as long as the truth is buried, justice will remain out of reach. That is why this bill matters. Passing it will, bless you, ensure that the suffering of survivors is not in vain. Passing it will bring accountability, transparency, and prevention. It will help protect the next generation of predators who seek to place themselves above the law through wealth, influence, and connections. This is not just my story. It is about every survivor who carries invisible scars. It's about the weight we live with daily. It is about the families broken and the futures stolen. So I ask you, President Trump and members of Congress, why do we continue to cover up sexual abuse and assault? Who are we covering for? Let the public know the truth. We cannot heal without justice. We cannot protect the future if we refuse to confront the past. Thank you.
Thanks so much for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe to Occupy Democrats so that you can stay informed and help us stop Donald Trump.